guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Oh my god, guys, what a performance from Barcelona, guys. 4-0 in the Champions League quarterfinal match against Borussia Dortmund. What a performance from the boys, guys. Absolutely insane performance. We're going to be talking about that all on today's video. We're going to be looking at the lineup. We're going to be talking about the outstanding players. We're going to be talking everything about it on today's match. But starting off the video, guys, but before I do that, if you guys do want to join, feel free. Just go on X or on YouTube on the post section. If you guys click on the streamer link, you guys will be able to join and also discuss with us on the stream. Oh, absolutely. Feel free. But guys, the lineup for tonight's match, it was Hansi Flick's strongest possible lineup. You had Szczęsny in goal, Balde, Inigo Martinez, Pau Cuarsi, Jules Koundé, Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Raphinha, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski. Barcelona's strongest possible lineup for tonight's match. And overall, you saw a super dominant Barcelona team. And the first half, you saw Barcelona start off really, really strong. They were, pinning Borussia Dortmund back. They weren't able to create much. Barcelona, they scored a goal through a Pau Cuarsi corner, sort of, and then Raphinha just tapped it in. But overall, just Barcelona, they were dominant throughout the match. Borussia Dortmund, they had chances here and there. They could have had opportunities to equalize, but Barcelona, they were just the superior of the two teams. But Adam, welcome. Saket, welcome. NJ, welcome. I'll go to you first, right. Adam. But what did you make of Barcelona's performance tonight? Barcelona 4, Borussia Dortmund 0.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the attack was so beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Like every single time, like this is what happens when I watch Barca play. Like especially in the Champions League, because like I see beautiful passing counterattacks. As soon as you steal the ball, you see no defenders. You go and get some more counterattacks, and yeah, that's how you do it. 4-0. The goalkeeper can't do anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to be looking at some of these goals, guys, because some of these goals were absolutely brilliant. The counterattacks from Barcelona, they were lightning fast, hitting Borussia Dortmund with precision, and we're going to be looking at those goals. But Saket, welcome. What did you make of Barcelona's performance tonight?
And that's the only thing that was lacking in the first half, decision making in the final, and that's what they improved, in the second. And then look at the result. To be honest,
Okay.
Borussia Dortmund again created the same chances that they created in the first half. It's just that they didn't finish, and we just finished our chances effectively. I think that's the only difference between first half.
So efficiency and clinicalness in front of that goal was what separated the two teams. Absolutely fantastic. NJ, what did you make of that first half? Talk to me.
Yeah. Wait, what? On the first half?
Oh, I mean the game overall. My bad.
I mean, overall, like we delivered what we need to deliver, right? Because again, at this point, we knew that who cares if we play beautiful football. What matters the most is like getting the result, which is they not only we got the result, they showed us, like they were serious when it comes to like winning, like they wanted, like they were pressing, they were defending, they were like, yeah, you can say like the final third was but they were able to like make it up in the second half. But the only problem that we had in that game was just the passing, because sometimes they were just giving like sloppy passes for no reason. But overall, the game was great. They showed us, they showed not only us fans but every football fan that were like that we're slowly coming back, and that we're legit this year. Like yeah, like sure, like we had a bad shitty season last season, but so who cares? But at this point, we just showed them like a sample of like what we can do once we get the real team that what Hansi Flick wants, for next year.
Okay.
But this year is just a preview of what we can bring in the coming years.
Oh wow, a preview. Imagine. But I want to touch upon that point because you mentioned Barcelona's hunger and ambition and the start of the match, and I completely agree. I think Barcelona started this match absolutely perfectly. You saw intensity, you saw ambition, you saw hunger from the players. And in the first opening minutes, you had this brilliant chance here from Lamine Yamal. He decides to go for goal.
Yamal was cooking for right
away. He had an absolutely amazing performance, Lamine Yamal.
He was smoke.
Dude, he was on a different level. He did come out. He was substituted in the second half towards the latter minutes of the match, but I'm pretty sure that was more of an exhaustion
Yeah,
or just feeling like a little bit of a knock.
There's a lot of games.
Uh-huh.
As well.
But you had this chance from Lamine Yamal in the opening minutes. You also had this chance from Robert Lewandowski, which Kobo, credit to you. You helped.
But they godlike bro that game.
Kobo had a very good performance. He limited, Robert Lewandowski. He had a really good couple saves in that opening first half. And if he wasn't as sharp, you could have seen maybe Barcelona go into that second half with a 2-3-0 lead potentially. That's how
It should have been 6-0, honestly.
It should have. That's how dominant that Barcelona they were in this half, and it's absolutely crazy to say that, guys.
There is an update on Lamine's situation. The reporters are saying that he's okay. He was just
Okay,
tired.
so Lamine Yamal is okay.
He's leaving, but for sure. Kobo's leaving this summer, for sure. He ain't gonna stay in Dortmund no more. He's done with Dortmund.
Okay.
We were linked with it, but I don't know if he's gonna go. I don't know if he suddenly jump Barca this summer. But that's okay.
Okay. That'll be an interesting pickup in the summer. But continuing on, guys, Barcelona, they do score from this action right here, in which from a corner, Inigo Martinez headers it. Pau Cuarsi gets a touch on it, and it goes right here towards where Raphinha is. And Raphinha, he actually gets a touch on it. And at the end of the match, he actually came out in the press conference and said that he was actually worried that he was offside. But thankfully, he was not. I think it was Guidassi who was keeping him onside. And right here, Barcelona take the lead. And so in the opening...
Still, though, when you look at it, though, Elias, like the ball was going to go in anyways. I don't know why Raphinha went for it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was just trying to be sure and everything.
Yeah,
Which I'm not angry or anything of that sense. It's understandable.
I kind of am angry because he literally just basically stole his goal and risking an offside. Luckily, that didn't happen. Also, I hate Dortmund very much.
To do this kind of sacrifices.
Yeah.
No, if Barcelona, if that goal was, disallowed, you would have been so frustrated. It would have been absolutely frustrating.
I can see your face already if that happened. I was laughing. I was waiting for
No. It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. But continuing on, Barcelona, they do create some chances, but Barcelona, they put some calm into the end of the first half. And it wasn't until the second half in which Barcelona, they start this, just absolutely destroying Borussia Dortmund. You had Robert Lewandowski get on the score sheet with the second goal. At first, I was thinking, oh my God, Robert Lewandowski, he's going to head this out. But no, he does a great job. And then for the second, he does an absolutely fantastic strike, bottom right-hand corner. Great pass from Fermin Lopez, who was given the nod ahead of Gavi. And even, Fermin Lopez, he had this chance right here, which he hits the post.
Oh, yeah. Fermin has been missing so many chances. Oh crap!
Yeah.
It is what it is. But again, when you look at Fermin, that's his play style though. Like his job is to keep shooting. Like even if he miss, that's the difference between Daniel Olmo and him. Like he's more like attacking mindset of a 10.
No, absolutely.
I can't really blame because again, at the end of the day, he's giving a lot of threat to the enemy. Like even if it's an open wide miss goal, but at least he shows that he can be a threat at the back of the box.
It's different profiles. Different profiles.
Yeah.
It's different profiles.
If you have a company, you can't have the same profiles in team, right?
No, absolutely. But Fermin Lopez, I thought he had a really good game, professional. He gave the assist for the I believe it was the third goal. Yeah, it was the assist for the third goal.
Yeah.
Created some very dangerous opportunities, and overall, really solid game from Fermin Lopez.
Oh yeah.
But continuing on, the goal to basically put the cherry on top was this brilliant counterattack from Barcelona.
I absolutely love it. Oh my God. I saw that masterpiece. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a brilliant.
That's literally game over after we hit 3 and 4. Like just 2 counterattacks makes it perfect. That's my favorite thing in football.
And I want to give credit to Robert Lewandowski right here because he did a great job of recovering the ball. He put on pressure, he recovers the ball, gives the pass to Raphinha, and this pass from Raphinha was brilliant. To Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal easy finish into the bottom left hand corner. He toe pokes it into the
Statue
bottom left hand
goalkeeper.
corner. But Borussia Dortmund, they did try to get back into the game, guys. They had this chance right here at the end of the match. You can see roughly around the
Yeah,
87th minute mark.
properly.
Yeah.
Ron Rajo coming up
That's
with
you
two
know
big blocks
that
right there to deny
that
them.
one thing that finish from Lamine. Anyone who plays football, knows that it is very hard to even control a ball with your toe. But that finish is like it's like a straight bullet. Straight to
Yeah.
the corner. Keeper never
Mm-hmm.
had a chance. He just looked at it. Kobel couldn't even do anything.
He just made it look so easy. He just made it look
I
so
mean, if you're
easy.
born, I mean, if you're born like that kind of baller, then yes, it's easy for him. But for others, it's hard to be honest.
Um, But talking, I want to be looking at some words from the chat. Manly says, so excited the tie is now over. Rest Indigo, rest Pedri, and rest Lamine Yamal. Pedri's legs are getting very heavy. Ferdinand can run in the game in Dortmund. Going to be very open. Well, I mean, the tie is sort of over, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah,
I do want to say that, guys, like, even though Barcelona have a
we're
four-goal
very
lead,
cautious. We're just cautious for this year only. But next year, if next year it will be different. But this year, because again, it's Hansi Flick's first year, so we're very cautious. Even though we know that we're gonna win, but we're just cautious because because of the past. But this, but
I mean, yeah, in some sense, but I want to be more confident than that. I'm not
and
necessarily
I,
cautious, but
I'm not saying like I'm not saying in a bad way. It's just because of the past, right? So and plus
okay,
also it's Flick's first season, but next season will be different though for sure. But this season
okay,
is just being like having cautious
But
50-50 because
by
even though we
by
already
the
won the
way,
game.
guys,
it's okay. Go for it.
yes, Lamine Yamal is 3 goals plus assist away from Vinicius Junior's Ballon d'Or campaign.
No
That's a
way,
statue goalkeeper. That's a
no way.
statue.
Hold on. Well, I want to see Lamine Jamal's stats this season. Hold on.
Okay.
Vinny just fell off after
He hit the
that
duo
No, no, no,
celebration
no,
as
no.
well.
He's talking about his Ballon d'Or season. That's the thing, though.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm talking about Vinny. Yeah, Vinny just fell off the season after that. After Rodri won
I
the
almost
Ballon
knocked
d'Or.
out my own camera again.
Okay, so in
Also,
27 matches in La Liga, he has 17 GA. And I wonder in the Champions League how many. Well, in 43 matches so far, he has 13
in Champions League, I think
assists.
he has like 4 goals or some. I don't know what the.
Hmm.
Copa del Rey, what? Like, he didn't score one. He hasn't scored a couple
Also,
years.
No,
Raphinha equaled the Messi's record of 19 goal contribution in a UCL season.
he did.
Also,
He did.
he
I
has,
just saw that.
yeah,
Wait,
Hmm.
what?
he
Wait, what?
has been the more, Brazilian with the most goal contribution in a single campaign in UCL.
This is
It's
crazy.
crazy,
Look
man.
at that.
Records this team is breaking.
Uh huh.
12 goals.
Oh my God, look at that. Rafinha, 11 matches starting. He has 12 goals and 7 assists. That's absolutely insane from Rafinha,
Wow.
in the Champions League. Oh my
I think he is
goodness.
the
I
top
mean, hey,
assister
one
and
more
top
than the
scorer league.
match number.
Yeah, he already
Well,
did.
what happened, second?
Yeah, I was just
One.
asking whether he is a top assister also, just like top scorer in UCL.
I believe so. Let me confirm that. Let me make sure. Let
Man,
me
this is
Check
what
see.
who is
happened if
the
you
top
play.
assister in the UCL.
This is what happened.
Sats.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro. This is what happened
Basically,
when you play like
19 goals in
Man, that's
11
crazy
matches
season.
because of him.
Hmm. So Rafinha, he's the top goal scorer with 12 goals. Robert Lewandowski is behind him with 11. Harry Kane in third with 10. Rafinha, top assister with 7 goals. And combined, when you're looking at both goals and assists, Rafinha leads with 19 goals and assists in the
yeah,
UCL.
fair enough.
That's crazy from
Fair enough.
Rafinha.
I mean, again, like his career was revived because of Flick. Because if Xavi was still the coach, he would have been dead. To be honest,
Yeah.
He would be
Uh-huh.
hated. I can tell you right now, you guys will be hating on Rafinha. I'm telling you right now, if Xavi was the coach, I'm telling you right now.
I said this in the live stream, but Rafa and Lewa are top two in goal scoring for the Champions League. Having two individuals leading goal scorers is a nasty run by a team. Absolutely, and that's what's going to lead you to have a good run into the competition. If
And also, he
you're
showed right, Elliot. He also showed that we don't need to overthink when we play. Just go. We just have to play direct sometimes. You don't have to play tiki taka all the time. We can just go play direct right away. Then, because at the end of the day, we're just doing our job. It's to win. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, but I still don't want to diminish this performance, guys,
Hey,
because just think
I'm
about
not,
it.
I'm not, I'm
We're
not,
in
I'm
the
not.
we're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against the previous UCL finalists of last season, and we put
I
four
mean,
past them in our home game.
no. They're
Yeah,
10th in the Bundesliga.
I,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
suck.
precisely.
again,
I'm
again,
glad to
but
say
it's
that as
different.
well.
It's
But I
different though.
hate Dortmund.
No, yeah, but it's different. Bundesliga is different to UCL. That's why people already know that in the Bundesliga they're shit, and UCL they're different. It showed many
Uh-huh.
to the years
Yeah,
that they play
that's
better in
the
the
yeah.
UCL.
I agree with NJ. That's the thing about UCL. You never know which team will put
Yeah,
out a
Who
performance.
cares if
Look
you're
at
like 7 or 10
nobody expected
first seed?
Arsenal to blow out Real Madrid,
Yeah,
but just
exactly.
look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah, and
Anything can
Arsenal are shit,
happen.
and Arsenal are shit. Anyways, and look
Yeah,
at them.
anything can happen. Like Barca being PSG 6-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're standing in the league. UCL is different. That's why everybody says like Dortmund becomes a
Mm-hmm.
UCL. They're different compared to the
Uh-huh.
Dortmund in Bundesliga.
Is Yamal injured? No. So Lamine isn't injured, and you even saw him. Like towards the end
No,
of
he
the
got subbed
match.
off.
Yeah, he got subbed off. Like I'm pretty sure he was just like feeling tired. He just feeling like a low overload or something. He should be
Also,
pretty fine.
Ilyas, I
Yeah.
would I would like
I
to
didn't see
see
anything wrong with him at
Andre.
least.
Yeah, I was just saying I would like to see Andre's reaction if Arsenal versus Barcelona ends up happening in a final. What would you choose?
Oh my God. Imagine. Bro, that game would be crazy. That game would
Nah,
be
it won't be
crazy.
because it's gonna be easy work for Barcelona if they face Arsenal in the final. Because Arsenal is shit, man. I'm telling you, they're shit. They're
No.
not. They're not.
If we can get through Inter Milan, then we can definitely get through Arsenal too. Because Inter
Okay.
Milan, I think, is better defensively than Arsenal.
Okay. Van Lee, he asked, how do you guys see the Ter Stegen situation panning out? He's doing interviews and is very visible nowadays. What happens? Well, I'm gonna give
So
my
basically,
opinion.
okay, yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
no, I'm gonna give my opinion on this. I think it's just simply Ter Stegen take these upcoming weeks and months to just get back into the swing of things. You're coming off of a very long injury, simple as when Szczęsny first came in. You're going to be on the bench. You're just going to be trying to get your match fitness in those training sessions and everything like that. Szczęsny is doing absolutely fantastic for Barcelona. Do not mess up the rhythm. Do not change anything because I guarantee if Ter Stegen were to come, and replace Szczęsny in the squad, that would make a difference, and I would say very negatively so. Ter Stegen,
So my
perfectly
idea,
fine with you sitting on the bench.
No, no,
Like,
no,
but they're
no.
second, like, yeah, bro, it's
Szczęsny's
okay,
good.
bro. Like the thing is good. Is just that, bro, it's okay, but you don't have to play it anymore because you only play one game. You're gonna get a medal if you win anyway. So
Yeah.
you're chill. You're fine.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, hey, Ter Stegen, great job. You're gonna get a trophy if we do manage to go deep in the competition and win it. But why ruin what we have going?
Yeah,
Exactly like that.
you can play. You
I'm
can play
actually
that.
concerned that yeah, I'm concerned that he might replace Szczęsny.
Nah, he
Oof.
won't. Nah, he
yeah,
won't. Because
I
there's
doubt.
no
I doubt
chance.
Hansi's
Nah.
gonna
Szczęsny,
make that. I doubt that.
Szczęsny
I
has
mean, at the
been
same
like
time,
even since
I'm not
Szczęsny
really
has
surprised
started,
though.
he has. Yeah, I think ever since he started, he has been unbeaten. It's okay. We can't even give Ter Stegen minutes because every game in now from this moment, it's like
No.
trophies are
Like
on the line because
Ter
they
Stegen though, he can
yeah
play though. He can play. He can play once we secure La Liga. He can play in the last game once we secure La Liga. That's all. He can play that.
Well,
He can.
see, but even then, like you want Szczęsny in goal just to
but look at our
continue that
last games,
momentum.
It's
in
not
La
gonna
Liga
hurt.
too,
Like Chelsea is
our
different,
games
man.
are very hard. Last games we have Villarreal, Real Madrid, and Atletico. We can't play him in those matches.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no, sir, no. Sir, I'm saying. Let me land. All right, I'm saying like if we win our against leading to Madrid, and we beat Madrid, he can play the last game against Bilbao for crying out loud if he wants to really want to play once we secure
Okay.
the league. But again, if it's a close game, then yeah, obviously don't play him. What the hell?
Okay. John, he says, Tech should play the remaining games of the season. Then Ter Stegen should wait for next season. I completely agree right there with John. But guys, I want to talk about Frankie De Jong because Frankie De Jong, I genuinely thought that this was one of the best performances in a Barcelona jersey for Frankie de Jong in a big game. And, I've been critical of Frankie de Jong in the past, but I want to give credit to him for what he did tonight. He was absolutely fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic in
Yeah,
dictating the play.
listen, like I knew that you guys were so critical because you guys always say the salary this, but bro, the guy came back from a bad injury without surgery. So for me, I wasn't really surprised that they was gonna play bad in the first half of the season because again, he needs to get the rhythm and the confidence to get back to playing. You guys
Hmm.
definitely didn't give him the patience because you guys are always saying, "Oh, the 19 mil, this and that." I'm like, bro, he's so injury prone that time that like even Flick knew that, but Flick needed him to play to get to regain the form. Now look at him now;
Hmm.
he's playing. Yeah, which I tell him, yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
glad.
What are your semifinal predictions?
Inter,
My semifinal predictions.
Inter,
Yeah,
Inter.
I believe it's Inter. I think it's going to be Inter and Barca in the semifinals, and
Yeah,
I think it's going to be Arsenal PSG in the other leg.
yeah. Going back to the Frankie
I
one, yeah.
say Arsenal, PSG, Barca, and Bayern Munich.
Wow.
Why
So
Bayern?
so
What the
Bayern Munich
heck?
coming back in
Bayern
Italy?
Munich is coming back. They missed so many chances in that Inter Milan game.
Okay. Okay. So Adam is going
Yeah,
for a Bayern victory.
if I think if the players from Bayern come back, most of them were injured.
Yeah, but they're
Also,
not
I
though.
think
They're
Thomas
not though.
Muller posted on Instagram in Italian language saying "calm down."
Hmm.
Yeah, but they're not though,
So you never know.
because Jamal's
Yeah.
out for the rest of the season because of the hamstring injury. So yeah, yeah, good luck making a play for that team. It's Inter. Inter's gonna be the one coming next. Yeah, going back to the Frankie situation, like yeah,
Yeah.
like I knew, like bro, people don't want to admit it. Like yeah, like Casado was great, whatever, whatsoever. But when you look at in depth, like Frankie and Pedri are the best pairing out there when all healthy. Like you can disagree all you want, but in reality, it's just Frankie is just he brings different.
Mm.
He brings different on it. Yeah, sure, like he doesn't have the same defense as Casado, because again, Casado is more like a defensive kind of midfielder, while Frankie is more like a controlled tempo ish midfielder.
Okay.
But again, him and Pedri just complement one another once everything's clicking. Telling you, Pedri and Olmo are the best trio when it comes to like balancing, when it comes to like offensive playmaking midfielders up there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
100%.
And we always want to see the best from Frankie, and when I have been critical when the Barcelona have
Yeah.
been fan base have been critical towards him.
Yeah.
That's been when he hasn't been at his best.
And
Coming back from injury,
also,
or even maybe his effort it was
yeah.
lacking. Uh
And
huh.
also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but also he had five different coaches coming. I mean, 4 or 5 different coaches
Yeah.
before Hansi Flick. So obviously, every year, they were making him play as a solo midfielder, even though he's not really a DM. He's more like a double duo midfielder with somebody else. Because that's how
Okay.
he plays. Because that's how he plays with Holland as well in Ajax. So,
Yeah.
so that's what I was saying. If you somehow pair him with someone else like a Pedri or Casado or whatever, Gavi, you will get the best version of Frankie. And it shows you like he can play football with Barcelona, and for the
Yeah.
first time, and the first time I've seen him in his career, I think I can see him finally be happy because he has the team that he wanted to play with. Because again, he never had the team that he had back then. Because one, it was like what overage Messi. Like even though Messi still a world class at time, he's still the best. But come on, but he's aging.
Yeah. Street Fighter, he asks, is there anything wrong with Lamine? Street Fighter, absolutely not. Fermi Lopez, and the other reports, nothing is wrong with Lamine. He's perfectly fine.
Why
Everything,
y'all even think
nothing to
that
worry
anyway?
about. What happened?
Huh?
Why y'all even think that?
What?
Like, why y'all keep thinking Lamar is injured? Like, I just saw
Oh,
him.
because again, the reason why people are thinking like that because of the because of what happened to Pedri. They just
Because
think
he was
they,
asking for his substitution for multiple times.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they just at this point they're so like scared at this point. Adam, like that they just if they see a player like down, they think they got injured even though he's just tired. They just sometimes they just overthinking at this point, even though it's
Mhm.
not nothing serious at this
Well,
point.
overall, guys, it was an absolutely fantastic performance from Barcelona. I say,
100%.
I say, you're confident going into that second half. But as Hansi Flick said, in the post match, he says, we can never think that we've already qualified. You
Exactly.
never know what can happen. Football is a crazy sport.
It is.
You're going to be, going into that game with confidence, looking at how Barcelona
Yeah.
they are already through. But at the same time, you do want to show some precaution. You want to be
Exactly,
going
yeah.
in there with your best team, regardless, that you're up 4-0 and everything.
Confidence. With
Uh-huh.
humble confidence.
Exactly. Just confidence in general, not arrogance. I would say
Yeah,
confidence,
exactly.
not
Like
arrogance.
you know that you get a winning, but same thing, like you're acting like it's still a game against them. So
Yeah.
and overall, as long as I'll say the second half more in the second leg, like just do the same thing, but just fixed up the passing. Right? And then who cares at this point? We just have to
Okay.
win.
Van Lee says the final will be like home court for us at the Allianz. Lamine Pedri won the Euros on that pitch. Lewa dominated there, and Hansi Flick coached there as well.
I gotta
Yeah.
go.
I have a
Imagine.
question,
All right,
though.
perfect,
Question,
Adam. Thank you for
Alright,
tuning
no,
in.
I gotta
who's
make
your man of the
something.
match? Adam,
Um,
Adam, who was your? Oh, never mind. Adam left. Who was your man of
yeah.
the match? Like, you
My
can name
man of the
three.
match.
Yeah, you can name three if you want.
Boo. I'm going with Frankie De Jong.
Yes,
I'm
I agree
I'm
with you.
going with Lewandowski for the brace, and
Okay.
third, I am going to be going with Raphinha. I'm gonna be going with Raphinha.
Raphinha.
In the Raphinha in the second half, he turned up. In the first half, he was quiet, but he
Yeah.
got 2 goals. He got
Mhm.
2 goals, and no, he got what's it called? 2 assists and 1 goal. 2 assists and one
Okay,
goal.
makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, obviously Frankie De Jong for sure, because we both agree that he had an amazing game. That he complemented Pedri very well in the midfield. We would agree with that. Second would be, shoot, man, it's pretty hard. I want Yamal because Yamal went on the smoke, but fair enough. But Rafinha was the one that you said, yeah, did the job like assisting.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll say Rafinha because
No.
despite him being selfish during the game, but he was able to deliver with 2 assists, and he brought a lot of pressing a lot in the game. Third, yeah, you'll say Lewandowski, but I'll say the back four, you know, the
Okay.
back four stepped it up.
Also,
Okay.
shout out to Kubarsi. He was the one who started. He was the one who scored the first goal. Even though Raphinha took this from him. But
Yeah.
that goal was very important because at that time we were
Yes.
creating chances and we were not finishing.
Absolutely.
Wait,
Absolutely.
he never
And
scored, right? He never scored a UCL goal yet, Kobersi?
no.
Oh,
He scored
never
goals
mind.
previously, but not in the
Yeah, never
UCL.
mind. Yeah, I was thinking about the other one, the Copa del Rey one. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But I want to briefly talk about the defense before I wrap up the match reaction. But because both Inigo Martinez and Pau Cubarsí, alongside Balde and Kunde, I think that the general backline in general,
Also, that
they
double
did
block
a
from
very good
Ronald
job.
Araujo.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It was this double block right here from Araujo that kept the clean sheet and everything.
Shit, yo, bro, yo, Elias, even Ferran Torres was defending it. So I'm like, what the hell?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Even Ferran had
Twice.
Yes.
some
I
key
was like, what the hell?
interceptions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. Just I want to give some credit and to praise for the defense for the effort and the defensive work that they put in
Oh,
because they were absolutely fantastic on the night. They shut down
man.
Adeyemi. Adeyemi wasn't really able to do much. Guidassi wasn't able to do much. They've done a great job just limiting the amount of
Yeah,
opportunities
man.
that they were able to
The
have.
backups, the rotational player stepped up when they needed to play their role.
Absolutely,
Props to them.
absolutely.
Yeah, Eric
Uh-huh.
Garcia, Ferran, Gavi. Who else came up?
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, guys, Barcelona they come away in the first leg with basically
We're
a
close.
guaranteed ticket to the semifinals, and
Semi-final
that's going to
minute.
be absolutely fantastic for us.
We're close
And
there. We're close now. We're close.
we're right
One,
there on
game by
on the
game.
door.
Just the game
But
by game.
guys, that was it for the match reaction. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What did you guys make of Barcelona's performance against Borussia Dortmund? Tomorrow, I'll be looking at some of the words from Hansi Flick, some of the extra words in the press conference, and as well, talking about some of the stats that have come up because I'm already looking at some, that Raphinha stat that he surpassed Messi's best UCL campaign. There was another one that was mentioning, I think like Lamine Yamal is like the first person, like the first teenager to score like back-to-back in knockout games or something like that. Absolutely insane from the boys. But as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.